Observing play between two dogs. Dogs don't go from friends to foes in the drop of a hat. If your dogs went from best friends to fighting, you may not have been witnessing healthy play. That is what we're going to be discussing today, is the unhealthy play that's taking place between these two housemates. Biff is the Australian Shepherd, Nova is the Chow Chow, and a common theme with Nova is that she maintains a lower bodied position where she's always tilting her head, dipping her shoulders, and play bowing at Biff. Here we're also going to notice that Nova takes off up the little stairs over here, and the one being chased is the one in control of the game, so Biff says, not having it, and uses her body to draw Nova back onto her terms and her turf. Nova gladly obliges because she's immature and she wants to continue the play. For her, she thinks the play is still continuing. We are going to witness some confusion though. Right here, Biff goes into a play bow. Let's see that again. And Nova hesitates before she goes back into play. There is a moment where she's like, I'm not sure if she's serious about wanting to play with me or not. And we continually see this like pummeling, this beating up from Biff to Nova. Biff never lowers herself. Healthy play between dogs is both dogs lowering themselves to the other one. And we never see this from Biff because Biff does not want to lose the higher ground. We can't really know what's going on in her mind, but she is not playing fair. She's being a bully. And what happens commonly is that, look at that, underneath the chin, complete bow, complete lowered of self to the Aussie. And what we find is that these dogs who are continually tolerant of being bullied, they will reach a point of maturity that they get tired of being bullied. Here, Biff wants to discontinue playing, but she is not clear with Nova. She's going to try to walk straight on. She even licked her lips, which it's kind of hard to see. This is not clear enough to the immature puppy that play is over. So Nova goes straight in, but again, all these lowered postures. Complete submission, belly up. Come on, play with me. Here we're going to have more confusion where her butt's up in the air in a play bow, saying, we're still playing, right? And then she drops it like, okay, maybe we're not. She's going to lift it again. Yes, we're still playing. It's a question, and she drops it again. She's not sure. You can see Biff is turning her face away, and she's going to try to move on, but it's still a little lip lick there. It's still not clear to Nova whether or not. Now, what got missed there is that Nova actually shook off, and Biff went right into bullying her. And that's not polite play. I turned the camera right back on because I missed it. We're going to once again see the butt go up, butt go down, Nova's confusion about whether we're playing or not. And then we're going to see that the game actually just ends. There's no shake off. There's no real indication that the game is over because Nova is under so much confusion still. A lip lick from Biff, side eye from Biff, that's a constant. And then she goes into sniffing. So there's a lot of confusion in the puppy, whether the adult dog is actually still playing. Does this mean these dogs cannot be friends in the future? No, not at all. I would say if this has gone on for a couple of years, if the fighting has gone on for a couple of years, then wanting them to be friends may not be as likely. But if this is caught soon, you have the chance to salvage this relationship. Nova, the Chow, is too immature. Right now, she doesn't know there's a problem. Only Biff does. So we can maintain the positive thoughts in Nova's mind about Biff. So we can maintain her positivity about Biff still. And ultimately, we can show Biff that Nova can learn to turn off and turn on the game, turn off the game. Some of that's going to come through maturity and through proper training. But they still have a chance to be really cooperative housemates. And I think that is an important word. I don't ever try to maintain a friendship necessarily between the dogs. I want them to be cooperative. So a lot of homes, they want the dogs to be best friends. They want them to be the best of companions. And that's not always possible, and it's not always necessary either. Maintaining cooperation between both dogs is far more important than like a friendship. They can have a friendship with me. That relationship is very important. And they just need to be cooperative with each other in the house. Does this make Biff a bad dog? Not at all. She is like the best dog I have in my house. She's a bully with other dogs. Part of it is her breed, the herding breed. They really want to control and stop movement. So border collies, Aussies, cattle dogs, so on and so forth. That is not really a play style. I'd always call it a play style because it kind of excuses what's happening. And that's not healthy play between dogs. It just isn't. What we witnessed just now is just not healthy play between dogs. But that's okay. One of the reasons that she interacts that way is because her breed tells her to control and stop movement. There's no reason to judge her for what her genetics are telling her to do. Outside of that, Biff can live peacefully, harmoniously. She coexists beautifully with other dogs. She really is a non-aggressive soul. So this doesn't make her bad. This doesn't mean she's not a good fit for the house. This doesn't mean your dog at home wouldn't be a good fit for their house. We do have to consider breed and genetics. We have to consider their training and their maturity as well. So Biff is 5. She's actually quite mature and she's very, very well trained and very well socialized. Some of what we see is just her breed taking over, and some of it is just her personality. She is really not one to play. She engaged this puppy, who knows why, again, we cannot know for sure what's going on in their minds, what she was trying to establish, if anything, but we're not going to try to guess. But she's still a great dog, and they're going to be just fine in the house. So there's nothing to like really panic about or worry about unless you're already having like knockout, drag out fights. Then we might have to consider that one dog may not be appropriate for the home, but contact a trainer before making that decision. Okay, that concludes this episode of Dog Training at the Kitchen Table, and I hope you have fun with your best buddies.